Good morning, dear students. Welcome back again with the new session of man-made and chemical changes. Here, man-made chemical changes. We bring about many chemical changes for our use in everyday life. Let us see some of them. The chemical change that we saw in the first activity is used in the cold drink called as soda lemon. It means that it is an essential man-made chemical change. Combustion of fuels. Here, combustion implies burning. Wood, coal, petrol, cooking gas are burned for getting energy. The common substance that burns in all these fuel is carbon. The basic content present in all these sources like wood, coal, and petrol, the basic concept, basic thing which is present in common in all is carbon. During the combustion, that is during burning, the process carbon combined with oxygen in the air and the product carbon dioxide is formed. A common equation can be written for all this combustion process as follows. The word equation carbon plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide. Chemical equation. Combustion of a fuel is fast and irreversible chemical change. Means it is only in the power forward direction. Means once carbon is heated, it combines with the oxygen present in the air and forms carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide cannot be again converted into carbon. So that is why it is called as irreversible chemical change. Now other sorry other example of the chemical change taking place in our day-to-day activities like cleaning shower tile with dilute hydrochloric acid. The chemical composition of shower tile is mainly calcium carbonate, CaCO3. During its cleaning with hydrochloric acid, the upper layer of the tile reacts with hydrochloric acid and three products are formed. One of them is calcium chloride, which is being soluble in water, get washed away with water. The second product is carbon dioxide. It bubbles mix up in the air. And the third product, water mixes with water mixes with water. The following equation can be written in the chemical chain. The word equation: calcium carbonate reacts with hydrochloric acid to form calcium chloride plus carbon dioxide plus water. Write a chemical equation for the above reaction. Now that can be written as for calcium carbonate chemical formula is CaCO3. For hydrochloric acid it is HCl. For calcium chloride it is CaCl2. For carbon dioxide is CO2. And for water it is H2O. So with the help of this you can write a chemical equation which will be unbalanced. Balancing part we will discuss it later on. Now softening of hard water. The water which we get from the sea, if we mix it with the detergent powder, then if the lather is formed very easily, then such water is called as soft water. Whereas if lather does not form, it is called as hard water. So here softening of hard water. How to soften the hard water? Some wells or tube wells have hard water. It is brackish to taste and does not form lather with soap. This is because of hard water contains chloride and sulfate salts of calcium and magnesium dissolved in dissolved state. To soften a hard water, the solution of washing soda is added to it. This results in the chemical reaction to form a precipitate of insoluble carbonate salts of calcium and magnesium. As the dissolved salts of calcium and magnesium go out in the form of precipitate of the carbonate salt, the water is softened. The following equation can be written for this chemical change. The calcium chloride reacts with sodium carbonate to form calcium carbonate and sodium chloride. Its chemical unbalanced equation is written as CaCl2 plus Na2CO3 gives CaCO3 plus NaCl. Write word and chemical equation for the chemical change taking place in magnesium salts during the softening of the hard water. So similarly, with the magnesium salts, we can write the equation. We saw the composition of matter changes during chemical change, and a new substance having different properties are formed. When the When this happens, some chemical bonds in the reactants break and new substance called as product is formed and the formation of new chemical bonds. So here reactants break the bond and in case of product a new bond is formed. So breaking of bond takes place in the reactants and formation of bond takes place in the product. We have also seen in the chapter composition of matter the number of chemical bonds formed by one atom and its valency. Now let us see what is a chemical bond. We have seen the relationship between electronic configuration and valency of an element in this chapter. Inside the atom, noble gases do not form any chemical bond as the electron octet or duplet is complete, while the atoms with incomplete electron octet or duplet form chemical bonds. Like, for example, hydrogen outermost orbit contains only one electron and therefore a chemical bond is formed. Whereas in case of helium, the outermost orbit contains two electrons, which is called as duplet, where bond cannot form because it is already in the stable form. This is the example of duplet. Whereas in case of octet, for example, sodium, outermost orbit contains one electron. If the outermost orbit is removed, it becomes octet. Similarly, chlorine, there is one electron less to form an octet. Octet means 8 electrons in the outermost orbit. So that is what we call as octet. So here, if it is in the octet form, then they do not form a bond. But if it is not in the octet, then octet or duplet form, then electrons are either donated or shared or accepted in order to form a bond. Now, there are two types of bond which we'll discuss in the later or in the next standard. Now, here, moreover, the forming of chemical bonds equal to its valency. The atom attains the electronic configuration with a complete octet or duplet. Now, ionic bond. Now, what is ionic bond? In short, I'll tell you when a bond is formed by complete transfer of electrons is called as an and a bond is formed between the two atoms, then it is called as an ionic bond. Let us see how the compound sodium chloride is formed from the atom of the constituent element sodium and chlorine. For this purpose, let us see the electronic configuration of sodium and chlorine. For sodium it is 281, for chlorine it is 287. We have seen the correlation that the valency of sodium is 1 as well as valency electron of its valence shell, and the valency of chlorine is 1 as well as its valence shell is short of 1 electron to have a complete octet. On the loss of valence electron from the M shell, the penultimate means previous shell, L of sodium atom becomes outermost shell. It has 8 electrons in it. Effectively, sodium attains an electronic octet state. However, the electron number becomes 10. Hence, the positive charge plus 11 on the sodium nucleus is imbalanced and a sodium cation carrying net positive plus 1 is formed. On the other hand, valence shell of chlorine atom contains an electron less to the octet state on accepting the electron from outside. Octet of, octet of chlorine is completed. However, the charge balance is disturbed due to addition of an electron to the neutral chlorine atom. This results in the formation of anion chloride ions carrying a net negative charge. When the elements sodium and chlorine combine, an atom of sodium gives its valence electron to form a chlorine atom, whereby the cations sodium ions and anions chloride ions are formed. Due to the electrostatic force of attraction between opposite charges of oppositely charged ions, they get attracted to each other and a chemical bond is formed between them. The chemical formed due to electrostatic force of attraction between the oppositely charged cations and anions is called as ionic bond or electrovalent bond. The compound formed by means of one or more ionic bond is called as ionic compound. Formation of Formation of an ionic sodium chloride form from the element sodium and chlorine is shown with the help of diagrammatic representation of electronic configuration in figure 13.3. You can see the figure. For sodium it is 281, chlorine it is 287. Now one electron is extra in sodium, so that electron is donated to chlorine, and therefore both of them, the outermost orbit has octet state, and therefore both have become stable. But in turn, they have acquired a charge over them. Sodium acquires a positive charge, and chlorine acquires a negative charge, and a bond is formed between them, which we call it as ionic bond. Similarly, same thing happens with the case of magnesium chloride also, and for that the picture is being shown here for the ionic bond for magnesium chloride molecule. Now here we have discussed about formation of ionic bond is formed by complete transfer of electrons, but there are certain cases where electron is not completely donated or accepted, so neither it can be donated or accepted, where for example in case of like atoms. Under that condition, the electron is neither donated nor accepted, but it is shared and a bond is formed. Such a bond formed by sharing of electron is called as covalent bond. So now we'll discuss about the covalent bond. Generally, a covalent bond is formed when atoms of two elements having similar properties combine. Such atoms cannot exchange electrons. Instead, these atoms share electrons with each other. The shared electron becomes a common property of both the atoms, and thereby electron octet or duplet of both the atoms becomes complete. Let us first consider example of hydrogen molecule. H2. We have seen in the chapter inside an atom, the hydrogen atom contains one electron. Its duplet is short of one electron, and therefore the valency of hydrogen is 1. The two atoms of hydrogen are identical and have similar tendency, and therefore they share the electrons with each other. As a result, the electron duplet of both the hydrogen atom is complete and a chemical bond is formed between them. A chemical formed by sharing of valence electrons of two atoms with each other is called as covalent bond. One covalent bond is formed by sharing two valence electrons. So definitely two covalent bond is formed by sharing two pair of electrons or four valence electrons. The figure 313.5 shows the formation of hydrogen molecule from two hydrogen atoms using diagrammatic representation of electronic configuration. A covalent bond between two atoms is represented by dash joining their symbols. You can see the picture here, hydrogen, one electron, they are being shared, and now the outermost orbit of each of the hydrogen contains two electrons, and therefore both the hydrogen are stable in a duplet form. This is an example of duplet. Now, in order for the octet form, they have given another example. Like for example, the compound formed of water. Now, let us see how a molecule water of a covalent compound is formed from hydrogen and oxygen atoms. Now, there are 6 electrons in the valence shell of oxygen atom. Therefore, it means that electron octet in oxygen is short of 2 electrons and the valency of oxygen is 2. In the H2O molecule of oxygen, atom completes its octet by forming two covalent bonds, one each with the two hydrogen atoms. So one of the valency is satisfied by one of the hydrogen atom, another of the valency is satisfied by another hydrogen atom, and therefore a single bond on either opposite side of oxygen is formed, and thus the compound formed is H dash O dash H, or its molecular formula is H2O. You can see here the hydrogen electron of hydrogen combines with the oxygen, and another electron of hydrogen also combines with the oxygen. After sharing the electrons, now each of the hydrogen contains two electrons of the outermost orbit of hydrogen, whereas the outermost orbit of oxygen also contains now 8 electrons. So ultimately, after the formation of the compound, Outermost orbit of hydrogen, each of the hydrogen atom contains 2 electrons, and outermost orbit of oxygen contains 8 electrons. Means all 3 atoms are fully satisfied or completely filled, and thus the compound formed is water. There is one covalent bond between component atoms hydrogen and chlorine, and molecule HCl is formed. Use this information to represent the formation of HCl molecule from HNCl atoms diagrammatically. So here we have completed this lesson. Remaining part or new lessons we can start with the next video. Till then, have a great day.